Hello, hi, welcome to our caravan on Sunday evening. I can't believe that another week is gone, but here we are on 18th of Feb 2024, live from North Devon from our caravan on a caravan inside in North Devon. So here we are, welcome. I can see that one person is with me. Welcome, hello. Thank you for the thumb up, and hopefully more people will join soon and we'll have a chat. So this is a live stream. This is an opportunity for us to catch up, to ask questions, to answer questions, to see what you've been up to. Hello Graham, you are first today. Welcome to our caravan. So today I would like to ask you about the last video we did about our work routine and how our lifestyle, how our daily routine changed once we started working again after winter. Hi Big Bob and welcome. Hello Sue, how are you all today? How was your weekend? We started work yesterday. We are still in our winter mode, so we have weekends off. Well, we have 2 days a week off, and they happen to be Thursday and Friday, which means we start our working week on Saturday right now. Yeah, so this is quite interesting because it's really weird. It's really weird to start your working day on a Saturday. So today, we honestly forgot it's Sunday. We thought it's just a midweek day because it's only our second day working. Anyway, it's 18th of Feb, so if you are watching right now, please give this video a like, take part in the chat, so say what you've been up to. I can see 6 people here, so this is brilliant. Welcome to our caravan. So remember that you can ask me questions today during the live stream and I will answer straight away. But if you are watching on any other day, if you are watching a replay, you can still comment and you can still give this video a like. So please do. Non-ref, hello. We have been PCD, okay, permanent caravan dwellers, for 3 weeks. All good so far. That's great. All good so far in our 24-year-old Swift Conqueror Lux. Brilliant. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Hi Vasid, Steve. 3 weeks of living in a caravan in February. So you started just before February, the end of Jan. So this is still harsh time for living in a caravan. So you've been doing it for 3 weeks and you didn't run away. Well done. How are you keeping? Hi Damian. Hello my loves. What a lovely greeting. So how are you coping in your caravan? Non-rev. And where are you? Are you in the UK? Are you in another country? Are you in a cooler country than the UK? Yes, winter is still here. We have daffodils, we have amazing daffodils, but we had such a heavy rain yesterday. You know, last night it was raining so heavily. I woke up, I don't know about, I think Mari didn't, but it was a really wet night and it gets really noisy. Non-ref, I bet you know it by now, that when something happens outside, it seems so much worse in the caravan because the roof is made of plastic. So rain, hail, it seems much worse than it actually is because of the caravan acoustics. So this is super exciting. We had some really exciting comments, really great comments under the last video. I hope you watched the video. I know that Sue and Graham did because you commented. So in the last video I was really trying to show you how our working day looks like, and it's gonna change because in March we are still, not in March, in February we are still in our temporary timetable, let's say. Yeah, I didn't wake up just because I never oh no, because I never fall asleep before because of the rain. I managed to fall asleep and then I woke up, so I don't know which one is worse. So in the last video you could see how we manage our work and our life, and looking after the dog, which is a big part of our everyday life. And it's gonna change in March, because as of March we are going to start work earlier, so we'll work more in the morning, and then we'll have a longer lunch break, which will make things much more relaxing than they are at the moment, because it's a bit of a rush with just an hour for lunch. Non-ref, we are in Suffolk, inland, open field. Let's have a look. Open field out to front, bit windy at times, but Suffolk must be lovely. We've never been to this part of the country. Do you know Suffolk well, or are you new to the area? Inland, in open field. Yeah, Marek can't wait to start our normal hours, which means 6:30 start in the morning, but 4 hours for lunch, which is absolutely lovely. And talking about lunches, hi Pablo. Talking about lunches and talking about work, Graham, you wrote under the last video in your comment, I had to work for 38 years before I could have 2 months off in one go. What's the weather like in Mill Park? Well, it's been mild today. It's been foggy and a bit, well, it was wet at night. Now it was really miserable. But luckily when we woke up the rain stopped and we could work outside today, which was good, because we'll open the site soon for camping and caravanning in just 2 weeks. But it's been mild. I think the temperature was like +15, which is really good at this time of the year. Yeah, so Graham, you could take 2 months off in one go after working for 38 years. We only managed to work for 10 years with Marek and we got really fed up. 10 years of working full time, of living a normal life, and we thought, oh no, there must be another way. There must be another way of doing it. And that's when we started to live on wheels. But 38 years. Having said that, you are now able to take as much time off as you want. Not only 2 months, am I right? So you had to wait for a long time, but then you can take even more time off than 2 months, am I right? Non-ref, born and bred in East Anglia. Love countryside. Yeah, we are the same. We absolutely love countryside. So you're in your Swift, and are you working on site, or do you work somewhere else, or are you lucky enough that you don't have to work anymore? We know quite a few people who retire very early in their lives, but on the other hand, we know quite a lot of people who are retired and they still work, which is super sad that these days the pensions are so low that people still have to work even when they are in the, once they reach their retirement age. And I think by the time we and Marek will be retiring, or we will be at least qualifying for pension, I think it will be like we will be in our late 80s. I don't believe in state pensions. Just to cut a long story short, I think by the time we will be hoping to retire with Marek, maybe pensions will be scrapped altogether, judging and having a look what's happening now, looking at what's happening now. Yeah. Vasi here. Would love to have a lunch break at home. As I'm watching you, I'm preparing packed lunches for tomorrow. Yeah, but your job has other perks like extra long weekend. And yeah, 38 years, then COVID came and made me realize there was more to life. Yeah, I think many people felt like that. So yes, now can book a break anytime I want to. Brilliant. Yeah, I think for many people COVID and lockdowns were a huge wake up call, and many people turned their lives around. We were super lucky because we started to turn our lives around before COVID, and we spent lockdowns here in Mill Park. Retirement in October, both of us, congratulations. So chilling, we have worked 85 years between us. So that's enough for taxman. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So well done, and enjoy the more relaxing stage of your life. That's the hell of time, isn't it? 80 years, 40 years. So this is one thing that most of us have to work for so long, you know, till they get some rest. But things can get even worse than that. And whenever I hear someone planning a trip of a lifetime, or buying a caravan, or buying a motorhome, going, you know, traveling around Europe or whatever, doing whatever they really want to do. And when I hear that I will do it when I retire, once I stop working, you know. And then you think about all those poor people who don't make it. Simply, I don't know how could anyone assume that they will be lucky enough to reach their retirement age. And that's probably the most tragic story, to leave this world before you have the privilege of enjoying your retirement. Yeah, thinking about lunches, I used to have an hour for lunch when I was working in college. And I remember that I was the only one leaving the office. And Sue, when you wrote in the comments that you only had half an hour at your work, when you were working, you only had half an hour for lunch, and you were using this time to get home, take the dogs out, feed them, and try to eat yourself, and then get back to work in half an hour. It is a squeeze for us, and we are working on site, and we literally, you know, walk into our van and we are at home. And an hour is a squeeze for us, and it's really hard to eat lunch, to prepare lunch and eat lunch or reheat lunch, and, you know, take the dog out. I can't even imagine having just half an hour. But I remember when I was working in college, you know, people would look down at me because I was the only one leaving the office for lunch, you know, to go out and have lunch. And honestly, people were looking down at me, and, you know, they were judging me that I'm not dedicated enough, because everyone else was just staying in the office and eating a sandwich by their PC or by their desk, which was just super sad. To not even leave your workplace for an hour or half an hour to have a meal. This is tragic. Yeah, I agree with you, Kat. Don't wait until you retire. Do it now. Really? Yeah, so. And especially when it comes to caravanning and van life, it requires some fitness, and probably most of you will agree with me if you did a bit of caravanning or van life. Even if you are on a seasonal pitch, there are still jobs around the caravan. There is still a bit of maintenance which needs to be done. There is still servicing. So non-ref, are you on a fully serviced pitch, or do you need to cart your wastewater away? And how is the water and electric hookup situation? Are you on a fully serviced pitch? Because if you are, this is a bliss. You still have to empty your cassette, or maybe you have a compost loo. But still, living in a caravan or in a van, in a motorhome, takes some fitness, and you need to be fit even to, you know, get to your caravan, to, you know, step up to climb the steps to your van. We done it early, saved hard, paid the bills, and went for it. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, absolutely. It's us time now. Life is too short. Just get it done before it's too late. Yeah, because you never know. You never know. You honestly don't know what's waiting around the corner. Whether you will be fortunate enough to wake up tomorrow, and whether you will be still fit. And that was our thinking. We always wanted to travel in a motorhome. We always wanted to try van life, and we thought we would be living in a van and we would be moving from place to place. This was our idea of us, living on wheels. It didn't really work for us. It wasn't what we expected. It's probably a topic for a nice video. Why we've given up van life and living in a motorhome. Why we sold our motorhome and swapped it for a caravan and settled on a caravan inside. But we tried it. We've had our trips in a motorhome. We've tried it. Maybe we'll get back to it at some point. Not now, not while we have a dog. But yeah, we didn't want to wait for it, because you never know. You simply never know. And we've seen, during our travels, we've seen so many people who are much older than us. And yeah, they were traveling. They were much older than us, but they had beautiful motorhomes. Whenever we, stopped for night, whether it was a campsite or Aire or a caravan park, we were always the youngest people in the oldest motorhome, and everyone around us seemed to be like 50, 60 years older than us. But they had newer motorhomes, they had almost new vans, but they were sitting either in their van or right next to their van because they didn't have fitness or energy to explore the area, to go sightseeing. Most of the time they were just sitting in their vans, which is alright, which is okay, that's their choice. But you definitely don't want to leave it too late. Like this couple from a photo, sleeping in a gondola in Venice. Have you seen the famous photo? I don't know if it's real, but it kind of makes a point to not wait too long with traveling. Yeah, so thank you for the comments under the last video. We also heard from a couple who started their first job on a caravan inside. And Stephen Vasilka, you wrote that you would love to have 2 months off in one go. Perhaps it could be arranged with your workplace. I remember that when I was in college and we wanted to start our motorhome trip, at first I asked for a year of unpaid leave to do it. And I was thinking that, well, of course they will give it to me. I was working for them for so many years. And I thought that, I deserved a break. They didn't give it to me. I had to resign. But it wasn't a difficult decision, honestly. If you've been working for a company for many, many years and you were like, spot on, you really dedicated yourself to your job, and they don't want to let you go to have rest, to experience something which is super important for you, I thought, you don't really deserve me. We'll find another job. And luckily I did. So Gary, I don't know if you are watching tonight, if you are with us, but you wrote that you start your campsite job starting on 1st of March, and you are in Devon, and that you were inspired by our video getting a campsite job, which is just an amazing comment and such a lovely message to read, that you've seen our video about getting a campsite job and you went for it, and you got yourselves a job and you are starting in a few weeks on 1st of March. So I wish you all the best and congratulations on taking the leap. Hopefully it will work for you and you will be happy and you will have a lovely season. But if it doesn't, you can always get back to your old life. That's the beauty of it. At least you tried. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for your first season on a campsite and for your new lifestyle. I hope it's a good site. And I wish you as much luck as we had with our first job. Non-ref, electric hookup, grey waste, needs doing. Okay, fill the barrel, all good. Though excellent facilities, one price electric. That's good. That's good. Yeah, electric hookup, this is like the baseline. I can't imagine living in a caravan without a hookup. Oh, you've seen that couple, yeah, you know which photo I'm talking about. Yeah, so it's fantastic. So hopefully we'll hear from Gary, and we are dying to know whereabout in Devon they are. Hopefully we'll meet one day. And we are Carmel, thank you for the comments you wrote yesterday. You said that it was hard for you to get back to work after a month. With us, I think we don't find it challenging. Because of the dog, even when we are off, we stick to the same routine, well, kind of the same, at least when it comes to walking the dog. So we wake up at the same time, and we are used to certain structure. It is a bit of a shock when we have to fit in work again, because as I was saying in the video, even when we stop working, it doesn't mean we do nothing. We do quite a lot, even when we don't work for the site. Living in a caravan keeps us quite busy, and non-ref, I bet you will agree that actually just being in the caravan keeps you quite busy. Or is it just us? How do you find it after 2 weeks of living in a caravan? When you think about cooking, cleaning, housekeeping, servicing it, keeping tanks full or empty, it keeps you doing something for most of the day. Or maybe just us being completely disorganized. And if you have a pet, add to it at least 3-5 walks a day. Then some hobbies, like for us it's YouTube, sharing photos with you on Facebook and Instagram, creating content for social media profiles. And I love to cook. I don't believe in ready meals, so whatever we eat, it's cooked from scratch. Another mental, crazy aspect of our lives. And all these things keep us pretty busy. Plus walking, exploring, exercising. So even without paid work, our days are absolutely filled and very, very active. So it was a bit of a challenge to add work to our routine on top of what is quite a busy day. Then we had to fit work again, but we are getting used to it, and it's nice that we start with shorter days, because we only do 6 hours a day in the low season. We start at 8 o'clock, and as of 1st of March we will be starting at 6:30 a.m. Graham, electric hookup is the bane of my camping life. A lady apparently has to have a hair dryer, so have to pay for electric just for that. Oh, it's not only that, it's also the lights, the kettle, the toaster, the air fryer. There are far more useful electric appliances than a hair dryer. Yeah, I couldn't live in a caravan without electricity and without chemical toilet. We've got a friend who lives in a dry caravan and he has no toilet. He lives on site, so he has access to the facilities, but honestly, I can't imagine. Maybe it's easier for a bloke. I can't imagine my life in a caravan without a toilet. Full stop. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. I can imagine, and we don't shower in a caravan, we shower in the shower block here. And I can put up with this, that, you know, we don't shower. By the way, non-rev, do you use your caravan shower or do you use facilities on site? But to not have a toilet, that's a step too far. Just priorities the jobs and just prioritize, sorry, the jobs, and make sure to do things when needed. Don't say hair dryers. Oh my god, are you worried about the electric hookup and tripping your fuse? Graham, oh yes, forgot the straighteners. Oh come on, now you're talking about your equipment, about your hairstyling. Oh, you're pulling my leg. Yeah, hookups are brilliant. Hookups are brilliant. It makes your life easier, much easier. And with the gas prices these days, you know, when we first started living in a motorhome back in 2017, the gas cylinders were a fraction of what they cost today. We even bought the ones you could refill. We could refill on service stations. And this was such a brilliant idea, because when we went abroad, we realized, well, we read about it, we knew, we were expecting that, we were aware that there are different gas cylinders in different countries. That's why we had top-up gas cylinders, and we could top these cylinders up for pennies. And it was a really good idea. But I know that these days it's really hard to get them. You have to wait for a long time, you know, before your order is realized. You have to pre-order them, let's say, wait for a long time, and they are horribly expensive. Yeah. I need to keep sending something on chat, because I've got an icon which obscures your messages, but keep them coming, Non-rev, excellent shower in van, but use site facilities. Yeah, that's a wise move. And I think Sue and Graham, do you shower in your caravan? I think it may be different when you are just caravanning for a few days, a few weeks in a year. But if you live in a caravan, you know, if you think about all this damp produced when you shower, I think it's a waste. It's a way really of wasting your van and reducing its life because of all the damp. And our shower is literally here, right in the middle of the van. Facilities in our caravan are brilliant. Well, what we wanted really was an island bed. This was one of our priorities. Where I'm sitting here, the dinette, this wasn't our priority. Well, it was in a way, because we thought this would be Diesel's sofa, because this turns into a single bed. And we thought, oh, that will be Diesel's spot, but it's not. He absolutely hates this place. And when it was made up as a sofa, he has never slept on it. He prefers either our bed or the lounge, the sofa in the lounge. And we just sit where we can, which is usually here, because this is the only spot he doesn't favor. So it's quite funny, because we were looking for a caravan with a single sofa for the dog, and our dog doesn't use it, doesn't like it. Why use a single bed if you can have an island bed, king size? Oh, you shower in your caravan. And how do you find it? Do you have a separate shower cubicle? We don't, and our bathroom is tiny. So we have a lovely bed, we have a huge lounge, we have a dinette, but at the cost of a really small bathroom. Graham, our last gas bottle only lasted a week. Oh no! That because oh no, you had a leak. Yeah, only lasted a week. The tail became loose and emptied it. Well, having said, you know, a lesson learned, A few days ago we went to Broadsands Beach to have a bonfire on the beach, and we brought a lot of wood with us, which was super heavy, and we carried it all the way to the beach, all the way down the 220 steps, only to realize that we brought a dodgy lighter with us, and we were the only people on the beach struggling. And it was windy, it was so windy. We were really struggling to start this fire. So you can imagine, words were said. Words were said. And we were so angry and so frustrated and angry with ourselves that we were so silly not to, check the lighter before we went, that we only brought one, that we didn't think about matches. But in the end, miraculously, when we are ready to walk home to get another lighter, that would probably take us about half an hour maybe, but climbing the steps up, we managed to get it going. We started the bonfire. But from now on, whenever we go to have a bonfire on the beach, we are taking at least 2 lighters and a packet of matches. Oh, you have an end bathroom and a separate shower. Oh, that's a different setup. That's a different setup. Yeah, I would love to have a separate shower in a bathroom. That would be lovely. But I don't think I've seen a caravan with an island bed and a shower. Is a separate shower cubicle, because as you said, Sue, they are all usually at the end of the van. Anyway, ladies and gents, any other comments I didn't comment on? And Vasi, we were missing you last week. I don't know if you are still with us, Vasi, but we were talking about food last week, and I know you were busy, but maybe you want to tell us how was your weekend when you were not here with us to talk about food and cooking in a caravan. And I have an idea for the next cooking video, because I know that Vasi asked for one, so I have an idea for the next one, and I'm going to get myself a new caravan friendly gadget for preparing food. Yeah, so that's cooking, that's coming. And today, literally an hour before this live stream, I finished filming the latest video, which you will see on Wednesday. Yeah, so as you can see, a bit chaotic this week, because we like to have at least 2 videos in advance to be like sorted for 2 weeks ahead. But things got a bit busy recently, and yeah, so I was filming this week's video today, which is super late, and it's gonna be about work we do before we open the site. So basically projects we've been busy with the last few days, and our job list, our opening job list, which has 30 jobs. Yes, so we are going to be busy before March. So we open the site fully on 1st of March, so it's not we don't have much time left, and we still have a lot to do, and most of the jobs are weather sensitive, let's say, and most of them are happening outside, so fingers crossed for good weather, so we can do it. Air fryer must have. Yeah, are you a fan of an air fryer? I absolutely love it, and here I have to thank Vasi and Steve, because we are not sure about the air fryer. We've been thinking about getting one, but we are not sure if it's gonna work for us, and it was Vasi and Steve who encouraged us, and thank you so much, because it's such a useful kit, such a useful piece of equipment in a caravan. Brilliant investment. We really like it. Vasi, last weekend, this is Vasi for you, I was preparing I don't know this word. I know it means meat because it's from Spanish. for a wedding for 100 people. This is such a huge sacrifice. I would have eaten most of it if it was me preparing. Oh, 3 of you. Okay, but I bet that was a lot of meat. Graham, I have a story about a lighter. Ours needed refilling. Couldn't get a good fit on the lighter as I was filling it over the sink. Then boom! Oh no! Really? The fuel that was in the sink exploded and burnt her. Yeah, well, our take on lighters is that we take at least 2 and matches. Yeah, can you imagine us on this beach? But we didn't give up and we managed to start the fire. And when we saw this flame, we honestly couldn't believe how lucky we were, because we really started this bonfire with the last spark from our lighter. Never ever again. Okay, ladies and gents, have a lovely week. Thank you for coming, and especially non-ref, congratulations to your new life. Perhaps you will come over next Sunday to tell us more, to share more about what it's like to live in a caravan, and hopefully the weather will be kind for you. And you know, spring is just around the corner. We are hoping to have our garden set up this week, actually towards the end of this week. We are hoping to have our windbreaks and our grill out. It may be early, but we can't wait. So spring and summer, this is the best time for living in a caravan. So the best is still to come. So thank you very much for coming and have a lovely week. Thank you for all your kind messages and comments. I hope you will like the new video, which we'll publish on Wednesday for you, and I will be here doing a live stream especially for you from our caravan on Sunday 7 p.m. next week. Thank you. Have a good week. Bye.